What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and welcome to another Best Tech episode. In this one, we're taking a look at products under $500. And this comes with cameras, to headphones, to action cameras, coffee makers, and tablets, and just some amazing products that are also great holiday gifts, making this part of our holiday gift guide series. I also have two other episodes that showcase tech products that are under $200 and under $100, as well as another under $350. So there's an episode for everyone, no matter what your price point is. So in this year's gift guide series, I'm giving away one PS5 30th anniversary edition on the channel. And there's 4 episodes, and you guys can try to enter on each one. And all you have to do is subscribe to the channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, and leave a comment down below as to what your favorite part of the episode was, as well as your Instagram username, because we contact the winners directly on Instagram to avoid any scam issues. Here are some of the winners from the past episodes, and we'll be announcing a winner of the giveaway and pinning them in the comment section on January 10th. So best of luck, and also be leaving a comment below with all of the rules to this giveaway. But we have a lot to cover in this one, as well as some of my favorite products this year, including tech innovations in the world of action cameras, and also my favorite desktop speakers currently, and finally an update to the iPad mini. So let's just go ahead and get started. So if you were looking for the best time to pick up the iPad mini, now is the time to go for it, because it has finally got its update after quite a few years. The iPad mini is not the most affordable iPad in the lineup, but it's one that I think a lot of people like. I personally really like the size of the iPad mini because I think it's a perfect medium when consuming media on flights, and I also bring it alongside my computer that I use for work. It is just such a nice form factor, and it was actually the first iPad that I picked up back in the day, but now it has finally got its update, and it is now faster. It has the A17 Pro chip, and it comes standard with 128 gigs of storage, which is double of what you got before. I do wish that there was a bit of a redesign when it comes to taking down the bezel size, but just the form factor of it and this beautiful smart case is just one that I think is very easy to bring around on work trips, and it is still like low-key my favorite iPad. So one of my favorite home speakers is a Sonos Era 300. Whether you're trying to add an amazing home speaker to any room, office, or add additional stereo speakers and surround elements to your home theater system, this is one that embraces spatial audio surround speakers layout in a relatively compact form that can also blend into a full home ecosystem that you can expand over the years with Sonos. It is a 6-speaker setup that points in all directions, including the front, the side, and upwards, and that is probably the best part about it. It uses far-field microphones and beamforming technology, as well as echo cancellation, and you can also use TruePlay to be able to tune it to your room specifically. It just gives such a powerful sound, and I love having multiple of them behind me, even in a relatively compact room, but even if you just have one, it still produces an incredibly powerful sound. So in the world of smart rings, I've tried the Aura, and I've now tried the Ultrahuman Air. And one thing that I really like about the Ultrahuman Air is, especially if you're giving it as a gift, it is one where there is no recurring subscription cost. Recently, Aura introduced a subscription fee, and I feel like whenever you're giving a gift that has that monthly cost to it, it's a bit more difficult. And so this right here is one that never needs a subscription, and at a price point of $350, it is all inclusive. First off, when it comes to comfort, it feels great in the hand. It has a bit of a sharper edge to it, but I do find that I like that the sensors are all nicely integrated, and so I don't feel as many pressure points on my finger particularly, and it is able to track all the different things such as activity, fitness, and most importantly, sleep, which is an aspect that I've been trying to track a lot more in the last couple of years. You can choose between a titanium, black, gray, gold, and silver, and hence its name, the Ring Air. It is very light on the hand, and I don't really notice it too much. These rings are also really good at tracking recovery, and so throughout your entire lifestyle of day-to-day work, activity, exercise, and also sleep, it is able to give you a comprehensive score that utilizes the metric of something that is tracking you essentially 24/7. And that's what I like about it, because it is just as important to track stuff such as stress levels, recovery levels, and just knowing what limits your body is currently running on and being able to adapt your lifestyle and optimize it towards that. So for anyone who's looking to start making videos on YouTube or vlogging for fun, this is Sony's most affordable camera, and it is the ZV-1F. It borrows a lot of the same technological features of some of the higher end models and brings it to an entry-level point while being able to familiarize you with the whole ecosystem as you kind of progress as a filmmaker and upgrade to other parts of the lineup in the future. Personally, I've been a Sony user as my travel camera for many years now, from the Sony FX3 to the A7s to the A7 CR. This is definitely one of the best options to get you started. It has a little flip out screen right here, is able to record in 4K, and it also introduces you to some of the cinema picture profiles such as S-Log. You can also take photos on it, and it has a fixed built-in lens, but the most important part is for you to be able to start vlogging and recording very easily, whether it is horizontal or vertical content. And it just takes away all of the complication of dealing with lenses and all this kind of stuff while still gaining valuable experience on how to use a dedicated camera. For a lot of people out there, I would recommend you start recording on your smartphone, but if you're looking for that next step up, then this is the perfect camera for that. So on the topic of gaming and entertainment, I want to give a huge thanks to the sponsor of this video, XREAL, and their Air 2 Pro AR glasses. This right here is the ultimate experience when it comes to experiencing AR in a large display, whether you're at home, in your office, or on the go. Super light, very portable, and it fits in this case right here like the size of your standard glasses, and in the palm of your hand, you have a 130-inch display experience that you can connect to your phone, laptop, tablet, and more. The electrochromic technology in the glasses allows you to choose between 3 adjustable levels of transparency for how immersed you want to be, or if you still want to be aware of your surroundings. This is the Nebula interface within the glasses, and it allows you to turn 2D apps into 3D space. And it's like the most accessible form of AR for anyone who wants to go ahead and try it out with what you have today. And with the optional light shades, you can also use it in diverse lighting conditions, whether you're indoor or outdoors. When it comes to the comfort, it is also very well balanced with a 1-to-1 ratio, soft silicone pads to the nose that are very adjustable. And I mean, I just went ahead and put them on. They were good to go. Their audio is also really good. They're actually built into the little earpiece as you would find on speaker glasses, and they have very minimal sound leakage. So if you're looking for a way to experience the future of AR technology at a very accessible price and something that is versatile, compatible, and also portable, you should go ahead and check out the XREAL Air 2 Pro, and I'm gonna leave a link in the description section below and on screen, and a huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video. So when it comes to a great pair of active noise canceling headphones, Sony has been the leader of that space, both in terms of earbuds and over-ear headphones. And this right here is the XM5. When it comes to a solid pair, this is one that leads in terms of active noise cancellation as well as sound quality. It is also very light, it's got a beautifully minimalistic design, soft foam, and I personally really like it in this particular color, and I've had it in a few. You can wear it for so many hours, and again, it doesn't have any sort of pressure points around your ear and on your head, and typically I don't like to wear over the ear and on ear headphones. As you guys might have noticed, I'm definitely an earbud guy, but this is one that I can really enjoy on flights for many hours in a row. The battery life is 30 hours, which is pretty impressive. You can easily toggle between noise canceling on or off in the buttons here, and just 3 minutes of charging gets you 3 hours of playback. With Sony being a pioneer in the space, the sound quality is great, and I've seen it come on sale quite a few times, which is awesome, which makes it a very competitive option considering there has been a lot of budget players you've seen me talk about this year on the channel as well. But overall, when it comes to flights and for any frequent traveler out there, this is your best bet. So in the world of action cameras, here are the major options at the moment. You have the GoPro Hero 13, as well as the DJI Osmo Action 4, and you have the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. And for a price point of under $500, this right here is the best option in my opinion. The GoPro has pretty good colors. The DJI Osmo is actually very similar to the Insta360, but The Insta360 is the only one that captures a 8K resolution, which is impressive for a camera like this. It is a little bit larger than its counterparts, but it has some amazing features. Not only do you have a flip-up screen like you did on the previous generation, but you also have the large sensor right here with Leica lens technology, and you also have a great focus on audio recording. I found that the sound recording on this was pretty impressive considering it was built in, and based on some of the tests when it comes to recording in 8K as well as in 4K HDR, utilizing the Insta360 log option as well as the Leica color profiles, it just gives you a tremendous amount of versatility. You also have a little screen on the front here that has all of your different functions. The interface is very intuitive, and I did do a full review on this, so make sure you go ahead and check it out. But I just love the Insta360 ecosystem, and it just feels like they've thought of every aspect of convenience and image quality when it comes to what you would expect out of an action camera, and it just gives a cinematographer so many options. So one of my favorite desk setup accessories of the year is the Kanto Aura, and they initially announced this at CES 2024, and they also recently unveiled a larger one, and that is the Kanto Aura 4. And it comes down to your desk size, your layout, how much sound you want to be able to fill in your room, but in my opinion, this is hands down the best set of desktop computer speakers under $500. It has multiple input options from Bluetooth to USB-C, the option to also add a subwoofer, but when it comes to sound quality alone, as well as the design, I think it's the best combination. It doesn't take up too much desk space. This right here is a standard size. It has a 3-inch woofer and a 3/4-inch silk dome tweeter, and up to 100 watts of power output. It is a studio grade setup, and I feel like Kanto has been a major player in the audio space for quite a few years now, and they're actually based in Vancouver, which is pretty close by to where I live. I also love the fact that they have different options of colors and designs, and this white model is actually one that was recently released, and I really like it because it doesn't show any dust, fingerprints, or scratches, and you can also orientate it sideways, or you can also have them standing like this, and they also include some little grips to allow you to ensure that it isn't rubbing against the surface. If you know someone who loves pizza, a pizza oven is also a great gift. The one that I checked out was the Ooni, and it is gas fueled, making it very easy to use. And even though personally I like electrical, the gas one ended up producing better results, and it's a lot more affordable than the electric options. It's able to reach 950 Fahrenheit in 15 minutes, and it cooks stone-baked, fresh 12-inch pizza in just 60 seconds. It's something I needed to get the hang of after a few times, but I mean, the results were incredible, and it is just a really fun thing for hosting. Say you have some people over and do a pizza night, and yeah, it was really easy to use. I just set it out on the balcony, and I feel like it would also make an amazing holiday gift. So when it comes to a great robot vacuum, we've checked out a big realm of options this year. Some of them are under $500 and some of them are over $2,000, and to each their own. Everyone has their own use. Personally though, I found the most reliable robot vacuum for me was the Eufy X8 Pro. It is one that really just focuses on the vacuuming function. I personally don't really use the mopping functions and all that good stuff, so I just wanted a robot vacuum that was really good at avoiding objects, is really good at detangling, and was able to develop a nice and detailed map, and so I actually picked up the Eufy X8. This is one of the few robot vacuums that has not really gotten stuck around my house. I do have a lot of stuff laying around and oftentimes cable as well, but it has done a really good job on not getting stuck, and it also has a tangle trimmer. On its dock, it is able to chop all of the hairs and everything on the brush, which is really handy because that is usually what can affect the function of the robot vacuum. But generally speaking, it isn't the most fancy, but it is very reliable, and it often goes on sale for well under $500. But otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure you go ahead and drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and as always, I'm gonna leave a link to everything down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.